Sorry, we've got a huge announcement from the WoW Commission following the ending of last week's main event. WoW is now hosting the first ever 10-way elimination match between the Alliance and Tormenta, Gabriella Cruz, Lil J Boogie, and the Mighty Mites, Sugar and Spice. That is insane. We got to take it back to the desk with David and Nigel.
Fans, you heard from Sibley with respect to the 10-way elimination fight, and that is going to be happening.
But now, our new WoW Trios champions, David, Monsters and Metal.
What a statement you just made, Nigel, and the fact that you just said the new Trios champions. It was over 100 weeks that top tier, Coach Campanelli, Candy Crush, and Gloria Glitter held the championship, and here they are, the brand new Trios champions.
Welcome to WoW fans, and big news, David, from Sibley Skulls and the committee. Our first ever 10-way elimination match after the Alliance, as we just saw, tried to beat up Tormenta, to take her out and spoil her victory last week. And the Exterminator, by the way, is in action later, so I'm sure we will hear more on that now. But now, our new WoW Trios champions, David, Monsters and Metal. We are kicking things off in an explosive manner today. The Trios champions who we had on the WoW official podcast, proud to hold those prestigious Trios championship titles.
And boy, they love these three.
Hello, Las Vegas.
Fury's got the mic.
It is your new WoW World Trios Tag Champions. Now, Chainsaw, Daisy, what was it that Top Tier said right before our Full Metal Massacre?
Oh, I'm pretty sure they said we were gonna have to pull these titles from their cold, dead hands.
Well, with that being said, here lies Top Tier, former WoW World Trios Tag Champions. Rest in pieces.
Now I hear that Top Tier's being a bunch of sore losers and they want a rematch. Aw, so you lost to us when there were no rules after you'd been breaking them for so long, and now you want to play by the rules? Well, okay then. We're gonna beat you with or without them.
The fearless and defiant Daisy Lane.
Monsters and Metal might not be here for a long time, but we're sure as hell here for a good time. So, we will take on any Trios team in that locker room, and we'll do it fairly, because we are fighting champions.
Welcome to the Freak Show!
Oh, baby, beautiful words. And maybe if you want to say grunts from Chainsaw for Daisy Lane and Fury and Chainsaw there. Nigel, they've been fighting now for a long time, and they're standing with the championship in hand, and baby, it looks beautiful.
Oh, it sure does, especially underneath these lights here in Las Vegas. And you heard it, they accepted the challenge. It's gonna be Top Tier, the former WoW World Trios champions, taking on Monsters and Metal. That's our main event. We've got so much more to come. Stay tuned.
Welcome to WoW Women of Wrestling. David McLean and Nigel Zane are here, and here comes IQ Superior Samantha Smart.
The following match is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, accompanied to ringside by IQ Superior Samantha Smart and the Enlightened from
saying Samantha Smart has assembled a faction that looks like none other. And WOW may be becoming known for its factions, from the Alliance to this faction, to Chainsaw, Daisy, and Fury. What action we've got here in combinations.
This is a very creepy scene here. And I think I've said this before, but on Fremont Street, that's hard to do. But somehow...
And what does this mean?
I'm really not sure. And I'm not sure what the purpose of what they have done here lately is either, David. Remember how strange that was? They took Santana Garrett out on the stretcher.
And here comes the Island Girl. And the fans are swinging and loving it.
And her opponents from the beautiful islands of Hawaii, Kalaki the Island Girl.
Kalaki the Island Girl set for action here. David, I cannot wait. The Classmaster in singles competition here against the veteran, Kalaki.
Well, one thing Kalaki did that was unusual that she typically does not do is she took off, her beautiful headdress before she even circled the ring to touch the fans. And that, I believe, was on purpose, to the extent that Samantha Smart has her entire faction in there. Now the Classmaster being moved over to the proper corner by the referee. Samantha Smart stepping outside. The rest of her group stepping to the mat. Classmaster in there against Kalaki. We're ready to go, Nigel.
Timekeeper ready to hit that bell, and our official referee Sparn now in the ring with Kalaki and the Classmaster. Of course, Kalaki has been known to be a locker room mentor. I don't think, though, to any of these members of the Enlightened. These are new superheroes that Samantha Smart introduced some time ago. Kalaki has to be mindful of all members on the outside of the ring. Kalaki, a ring veteran now, as Classmaster charges for the lockup, and Nova Sky on the outside. This now the second time a member of the Enlightened has grabbed the leg of Kalaki, and we're less than a minute into this thing.
The Enlightened is on the outside. They've got that red, I'll call it a crystal ball. I thought at one time it was an apple, thinking of Samantha Smart and her excellence for students and schooling, calling everyone a moron. I thought bringing an apple to ringside like a kid bringing an apple to a teacher, but it's not an apple. It's some type of a crystal ball.
I'm not sure what it was, but did you see how the Classmaster was locking up for the test of strength? Now as Kalaki go behind, waist lock into a side headlock, trying to bring down the larger Classmaster. Nova Sky jumps up, and it looks like the Classmaster inadvertently knocked over her own teammate from the Enlightened, using those long legs to kick off the superhero from Hawaii.
Notice how they're all positioned around the ring. There is Miranda the Mindful coming up to the ring apron, and Kalaki clocks her. Miranda the Mindful, the one with that red crystal ball. I'll call it till I find out a better description.
Kick right into the back of Kalaki from the Classmaster. And Kalaki is battling a lot here in the Classmaster herself as a competitor. But then, David, as you mentioned, the members of the Enlightened.
Well, now Kalaki over there by Dr. Pandemonium. Dr. Pandemonium having that book on the outside. She's looking into the book, but I believe at all times when there's a book, it could be an object to be used against an opponent. Classmaster, if you notice, has those teeth protected with a tooth guard. She got those teeth clocked once with a kick, doesn't want it ever again. Loosen the two front teeth. I don't know if she had a post put in with a root canal or not. That's what I heard by rumor.
Holding up that hand and then chopping Kalaki, almost branding her with that hand, was the Classmaster. Kalaki, slow to get back up to her feet. Snapmare takeover. What a kick.
Right to the back. Classmaster loosening up the Island Girl. Now, Classmaster going to lay. Is she going to go for a pin? No.
She's dropping a little knowledge in the knee of Kalaki. The Classmaster, again, dropping all of her weight on the knee of Kalaki.
Kalaki again going to the ropes, coming toward us, Nigel. Gathering herself. No one of the Enlightenment is near us.
And that's the way that I prefer to keep it. Don't forget our main event coming up, the Trios Championship Top Tier faces Monsters and Metal.
Oh, did you see that takedown of the Island Girl? Kalaki in trouble as Classmaster hits the ropes but nobody home. Kalaki smartly as a veteran rolled out of the way.
The elevation the Classmaster got, jamming the spine right into the canvas after missing Kalaki.
Kalaki has not had the upper hand here yet, Nigel. Now there's the signal of the hand.
Well, every time she gets an upper hand, one of the members of the Enlightened try to slow her down. She's fighting a large battle here. Kalaki, what an uppercut to the Classmaster, and a headbutt, nobody does it better.
Oh, nice round shot there to the chest, taking down the Classmaster. 1-2, hold it. I almost think Miranda the Mindful pulled the legs out from the ref, but no. I think she was thinking of it as I saw it. Hold it, Nigel.
Roll up here from the Classmaster, good enough for a 2 count, says referee Sparn. Classmaster back up on her feet, and Kalaki with shots at the midsection and to the knee. Kalaki sends the Classmaster down. Kalaki going for the cover now.
This could be it. There's the Mindful. The Mindful comes in as Nova Sky distracts the referee.
Kalaki had to eat the reef on the Classmaster. Classmaster!
Oh! The book was used. Pandemonium. Dr. Pandemonium handed the book, and there's the
Your winner, the Classmaster.
A stolen victory from the Enlightened on Kalaki and all members of the Enlightened.
What is Dr. Pandemonium doing?
They're getting out that same, remember I was talking about the stretcher from Santana Garrett? They're getting out the same stretcher.
The stretcher that took Santana Garrett from ringside and locked her up. They've got the stretcher, and they are now assembling themselves. But look who's coming out!
Destiny Diesel! She's been mentored by Kalaki, and now she is out here wielding that trash can. The freight train-like superhero here to save her mentor.
The stretcher was pulled out, but Destiny Diesel saving the day. Destiny Diesel, a tag team partner on occasion of Kalaki.
And David, we've got a lot coming up. We will be right back here on WOW.
The following match is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, representing the Alliance, from Shama, New Mexico, the Exterminator, Sylvia Sanchez.
Well, we saw at the start of the broadcast the big announcement from Sibley and the committee about the 10th superhero elimination match coming soon. The Exterminator from the Alliance is going to be a part of that. All members of the Alliance going to be a part of that. And of course, they will be taking on Tormenta, Gabriela Cruz, the Mighty Mites, and Little J Boogie. But right now, it's singles competition for the Exterminator.
Well, we all saw hell break loose with all of them in that ring. The referees had to separate them. We're going to put it all in there in that 10-person elimination match. Now here we go. The environmentalist herself coming out to Fremont Street Experience.
And her opponent from the great outdoors, the environmentalist, Scout Parker.
You know, you're probably going to need 2 referees for that match, David. But Scout Parker making her way out to the ring, and we've seen a transformation, if you will, of Scout Parker. Still the environmentalist, but having fun, getting to enjoy herself out in nature and bringing that enlightenment, not to be confused with Samantha Smart, to the ring.
Well, right now, Scout Parker's got her hands full because look on the outside, Nigel.
Yes, she's got an army of hungry wolves on the outside as these two lock up. Sylvia Sanchez, a veteran superhero here in WoW, shoving Scout Parker across the ring. The Alliance looking on ringside now as Scout Parker uses that speed to get a waist lock on Sanchez. Sanchez with the strength. We call her the Exterminator, but several times we have mentioned that she does pose that muscle much like Reina Del Rey. Going for a cradle pin, too close to the ropes. Sanchez able to hold on to that bottom rope, but eats a kick from Scout Parker. Referee JC is your official in this contest. Parker able to catch herself now up on that second turnbuckle. Goes for a crossbody. Did not get all of what she wanted on it, but still effective for a 1 count. Scout Parker off the ropes. Tilt-a-whirl backbreaker of sorts by Sylvia Sanchez.
Well, once again, Aria just coming over here to say hello. You must be cocky still and confident.
Sylvia Sanchez with the rest of the Alliance, and now right on the back of Scout Parker goes all the weight of Sylvia Sanchez. Sanchez, middle of the ring, hooks the leg, 2 count. And of course, as I mentioned, coming up in our main event, the former WoW Trios champions, Top Tier, getting that rematch for the World Trios Championships, facing up against Monsters in Metal. That's our main event. But what an explosive shoulder tackle from Sylvia Sanchez. Sanchez just so vicious.
Aria Gambino left our seating here, Nigel, when she thought she was in trouble. And there, it was a perfect time to leave because Scout Parker almost has a pin.
Hey, well, I think you might be the only one missing her now as Sylvia Sanchez sends down Scout Parker to the ring. Senton splash from the Exterminator, who once again goes for a cover and once again comes up with 2. Scout Parker has a lot of heart, a lot of tenacity. What an athlete she has been her entire life. We don't really talk about it that much anymore, but Scout Parker has an impressive athletic background. Top wrist lock here by Sylvia Sanchez. Sorry, David, go ahead.
No, I'm sorry, Nigel. I just heard from the director, Brian Dove, that after this match, we've got Top Tier. Top Tier will be on with a little announcement. I don't know if they're going to be back there with Sibley or not, but Top Tier is in the back, and they will be coming up before that main event. Oh, nicely done by Sanchez. Scout Parker having a time of it. Look at the boot digging right in on that left ear.
Sanchez going for the cover now, hooking the leg right in front of her Alliance members.
I said it a time back, you got to give it to Ariana Gambino. She has assembled some energy and some power with respects to this alliance. She's been able to achieve something her sister was unable to do.
The reversal by Sylvia Sanchez, but take a look at the ride. Sanchez just went on.
Here we go. Beautifully executed, Nigel. Beautifully executed by Scout Parker. Scout going in for up on that. Oh, look at that back kick. The back of the heel into the backside of the face of Sylvia Sanchez. Sanchez down, circling the ring, trying to cheer Sylvia Sanchez as the Alliance. Ariana Gambino on the other side, hands on hips, and she's watching intently. Now cheering on Sylvia as the momentum has shifted.
Wow, did you see the torque and that swinging neck breaker by Sylvia Sanchez? Could this be enough? And referee JC says 2, but that was razor thin close.
Very close indeed. The two competitors look to kick, both legs connected, and look how fast Scout adapted.
Leg sweep by Parker, and now the short Rana. The short Rana to Sylvia Sanchez, which sends her forehead down to the canvas. Scout Parker trying to pull out all the tricks in her book. What a clothesline to the exterminator.
Scout going up high, but I gotta tell you, by experience, when she's telling him to get back, is she gonna be, oh my!
Scout Parker from the top turnbuckle takes out the Alliance's Gigi Gianni, Reyna Del Rey, and BK Rhythm.
And this crowd here under the Fremont Street Experience lights has been enlightened and it popped. They pop, but look at this. Aria and Gambino jumping up and deflecting the attention of Scout Parker.
Winner, the exterminator, Sylvia Sanchez.
And what a nasty fall. Scout Parker, hell of a showing here tonight.
Look at it here, Nigel, in his replay. She gets up to the third rope. I thought it was a dangerous move because the Alliance was on the outside, but rather than turning towards Sylvia, she takes them out like bowling balls. But then coming to the rescue, Ariana Gambino to take the attention away from Scout, which what could have been a pure victory, and the winner, Sylvia Sanchez.
And coming up, we hear from the competitors in our main event WOW World Trios Championship rematch. Top Tier gets a rematch after losing their titles to Monsters in Metal 3 weeks ago. Anything can happen tonight. Could the titles change hands again, or will the grit and determination of Monsters in Metal keep Top Tier at bay? We'll find out when we return here to WOW.
The following match is for the WOW World Trios Tag Team Championships, scheduled for one fall.
Welcome back to WOW, fans, and you hear it. Top Tier has entered Fremont Street Experience for the main event today on WOW Women of Wrestling. And there she is, the leader of them, Coach Campanelli, sounding off with her whistle. They were over at the Las Vegas Knights hockey event. Katie Marie Jones, who the fans here in Vegas love, introduced them, ringing that bell, and they were almost booed out of the T-Mobile Stadium.
And this is their opportunity at Retribution. This is their opportunity for all the talk that we just heard in the back. This is for the WOW World Trios Championship. And I'm sure that all three members feel a little bit lighter after not carrying those belts around their waist for so many days, so many weeks and months here in WOW. The team of Top Tier asked for this matchup, and Monsters and Metal accepted. We kicked off this episode of WOW with the WOW Trios champions addressing the fans here in Las Vegas that witnessed that history-making match, the Full Metal Mayhem match that saw all 6 of these superheroes go all over the arena, all over Fremont Street, using things like wheelchairs, crutches, and even a wrench, ladders, tables, chairs. But at the end of all the mayhem, stood tall the team of Monsters in Metal.
No match has ever received as much attention as that. Even the cage match we had many months ago, people were just loving that. Coach Campanelli being sent down the ramp in the wheelchair, and of course the fans loved the outcome. The brand new Trios champions of the world, Chainsaw Fury, and I might say their leader, Daisy. I do miss little Daisy though. I do miss little Daisy.
I'm sure we can get you a replica made, David.
Introducing first, Coach Campanelli, Candy Crush, and Gloria Glitter. They are top tier.
You can hear that warm reception.
And their opponents, your Wow World Trios Tag Team Champions, Chainsaw, Daisy Lane, and Fury. They are Monsters and Metal.
The winners of the first Trios tournament in WoW, who later became the official WoW World Trios champions, held on to those championship titles for well over a year. And they have been in a state of almost disbelief that Monsters in Metal were able to capture the Trios championship, David, when Daisy hit the Daisy Bomb and sent Gloria Glitter through the table. This is their opportunity for a rematch.
The opponents jaw-jacking with each other. The referee separating. Two people need to go to the side on each team. And now we've got to go underway.
The big question is tonight, can top tier recapture the bronze championship? Last time there were no rules. This time it's by the book. But Monsters in Metal, Daisy Lane seemed to be bothered not at all by that. Daisy Lane going for the Casador. And
did you see what took off? They went right over there and took Chainsaw right off the apron.
Well, this is what we've seen before, and of course, Monsters in Metal, well, they were amped up for this matchup, but we all know how top tier operates. They say they want to play with the rules, but they break every single one of them, and the team of Monsters in Metal are going to have to be very careful in this matchup.
Top tier may not have the championship titles any longer, but they fight with the confidence of champions. And Coach Campanelli is their leader. Coach Campanelli, arm drag, now a drop kick by Daisy Lane. Coach Campanelli in trouble as Daisy goes up.
Take a look at this head scissors, Daisy Lane. Wow, sending Coach Campanelli for a ride, and the Bronco Buster.
Little Daisy Lane jamming, baby, on WoW. Women are wrestling into the Fremont Street lights and experience, and the fans here are loving it in Las Vegas.
Springboard leg drop, and it's good enough for a 1 count. I don't think anybody has a bigger heart than Daisy Lane. And I tell you what, training with Fury and Chainsaw, that's got to be unique. Fisherman suplex connects from Fury, and Coach Campanelli kicks out. Top caliber athlete, but now eating the leg drop from Little Daisy Lane. Little Daisy Lane, and of course, Coach Campanelli had personal issues stemming back several years down.
Here comes Gloria Glitter, and she's getting a throat pull.
From Chainsaw, Chainsaw now stalking the cardio queen. The big scoop, and what goes up must come down. Gloria Glitter just clutching the lower back. Chainsaw with the cover.
I bet you'd clutch more than the back, Nigel, if she did that to you.
Oh, man, can you imagine?
I'd like to pay to see it. Can I book that? Chainsaw in there against Nigel.
I'm just here to announce, David, this time.
I want to expand your role, Nigel. It's time to get you in there, put some tights on you, baby. Oh, here we go.
Double team maneuver, triple team maneuver, I should say, from Monsters in Metal, who have the cover now of Gloria Glitter. Glitter holding the back of her head, and Coach Campanelli able to save it for Top Tier in this matchup for the WOW World Trios Championship title.
Tag into Chainsaw. Chainsaw the monster. Gonna take over on Gloria Glitter now. Candy Crush on the outside with Coach. Glitter tossed into the corner. Chainsaw was gonna rush, but she quickly stepped and stopped. And now Glitter on the outside, trying to go after Chainsaw's throat. She's giving her great blows, but the raw of the Chainsaw. Oh my! Chainsaw rushed her. Glitter sidestepped her and then tossed her with the momentum, flipping it right into the barricade in front of the fans here on Fremont Street Experience.
Yeah, she used her Chainsaw's momentum to run her right into that barricade, and as we've said before, the only thing separating that bike rack, which is on the other side, is that cloth. This could be the best opportunity that Top Tier has in this matchup. You take out Chainsaw, you take out the biggest member of Monsters in Metal. Knee right into the midsection by Gloria Glitter.
The monster's in trouble now.
Combination triple team from Top Tier. Good enough for, look like a one count as Gloria Glitter, using her foot, stepping right on the ear of Chainsaw. Candy Crush continuing the attack on Chainsaw. This the first WOW World Trios Championship title defense of Monsters in Metal. These two teams have destroyed each other, and I'm surprised that they can fight here tonight for this WOW World Trios Championship. Coach Campanelli using that second rope now, and Gloria Glitter, I think, using part of her outfit to choke Chainsaw, but Chainsaw!
Of course, because Chainsaw is so powerful, it's taking the combination of all three of them in concession in an attempt to take Chainsaw down, which they just did. Now, Crush over the third rope with an elbow drop. It's been a combination of all three members of Top Tier in an attempt to keep Chainsaw the monster down. But now Chainsaw rises to her feet as the crowd gets behind her. She gives the tag to little Daisy.
Daisy in the ring, and Coach Campanelli able to catch Daisy, but Daisy able to answer back with the DDT, and does she make it? No. Daisy Lane and the rest of Monsters in Metal still in this matchup. Coach Campanelli catching Lane.
Here comes Coach.
Ooh, side Russian leg sweep, and the back of the head of Daisy Lane just sent into that second turnbuckle.
I've seen that maneuver done in the center of the ring, but never so close to the turnbuckles where that back of the head would hit that middle turnbuckle. Helicopters are over us, fans. If you heard that whirly bird, we're in the middle of Fremont Street Experience, downtown Las Vegas, for this spectacular Trios Championship match, and the helicopters with those lights are up on top of us, along with 16 million LED signs and lights on Fremont Street Experience as Crush is giving it to Daisy Lane, and they've got her in the corner. They wanted her, but look at Coach. Coach was going over, so was Glitter, and Chainsaw is ready.
Yeah, they scouted it and were prepared for it this time. If you remember, they tried that earlier in the matchup, but it still has the same effect because it stopped Daisy Lane from making that tag, a much-needed tag in this WOW World Trios Championship matchup.
And why they did that, Crush got a boot right to the midsection of Daisy Lane.
You can hear him now as she is sent into Gloria Glitter. Waistlock, and now the full Nelson. Gloria Glitter loves to do this to her opponents, and it looks like Daisy Lane fighting her way out. No, Gloria Glitter going for the O'Connor roll, and now
she's got that camel clutch. Camel clutch. Bridging back on the chin. It is definitely not a chokehold. You can see it's the chin, and Fury comes in and breaks it up. smart maneuver by the veteran Fury. Referee telling Fury you can't do that, stay on the outside. Gloria Glitter jaw-jacking. She steps back and Daisy takes advantage.
And she rolls her right up, schoolgirl roll up. Momentary lapse of focus from Gloria Glitter now as Coach Campanelli and Glitter.
You know, when they look at the tapes, when they look at that, Coach will correct that lapse in judgment by Glitter. Coach Campanelli always on Monday morning is looking at tape. And look at her in all her glory. Coach Campanelli, she put this team together. She was the one that had the right combination of people, getting rid of Pep, getting rid of 2 other cheerleader members, and assembling this team called Top Tier.
Abdominal stretch from Coach Campanelli.
And then I thought there was going to be an illegal tag, but Crush just giving Coach some leverage. Now digging that elbow right into the midsection of Daisy as Coach.
Lane fighting back.
Lane, look at the spinning maneuver by Daisy Lane.
How many revolutions was that? Daisy Lane able to send Coach down, has a leg hook. Could this be the match? And Coach Campanelli, as you've mentioned, studied tape and knows exactly where she's at in the ring. Ring placement is paramount to the success of Coach Campanelli.
Grabbing that bottom rope. Now look at that. As she turned and rolled over, she took her right foot and checked where is the bottom rope. As you said, ring placement, ring knowledge. Coach is always thinking, even in despair.
Fury in to rock and roll the team of Top Tier. Fury with the belly to back suplex.
Beautifully done. Beautifully done.
Gloria Glitter eats that pop-up powerbomb. Fury's on fire. Could this be it? And no, Candy Crush stops this main event matchup from ending. Chainsaw though, the low bridge from Candy Crush sends Chainsaw to the outside of the ring. This is the opening and opportunity that Top Tier need to win this matchup. Oh, Gloria Glitter. Fury able to move out of the way, and Gloria Glitter inadvertently taking out her teammates Candy Crush and Coach Campanelli. Backhand from Fury. And here it is, David, the nail in the coffin, the double flatliner. A little rigor mortis, if you will. Cover, and yes, the Wild Trios champions. Monsters in Metal retain.
And still, Wild World Trios Tag Team Champions, Monsters and Metal.
Monsters and Metal proving that not only can they win a matchup with their own rules, they can win them within the confines of the Trios Championship match rules. A big victory, solidifying and cementing that victory for the WOW Trios Championship.